so mad I didn't take the inspiration because I could have been on that dragon. I'm so mad. Oh my god.
So. Cool.
Yeah, but if you had taken the inspiration, then maybe your brother wouldn't have been angry enough to frighten the dragon.
It's true. That's true.
All right, back in 5. Have a great one. See you in a few minutes.
I don't think anything was more satisfying than hearing all of you at once immediately protesting.
Well, she was almost a ninja.
She tried.
I think it'll be hard for Dawn not to be a little bit pleased with himself.
She's just gonna be sitting there on the tower like, well, that should have happened. Hello. Oh gosh, yeah, I am sorry I didn't participate in a lot of the damage there to that dragon, but I was just like, I am not gonna hurl insults at this dragon because that is a problem. I mean, he already shot lightning at us twice. Once? Twice? I don't know.
Once.
That was fun. Hi, everybody.
We didn't die.
Really surprised we didn't die. Yeah. I'm really surprised us didn't die. Gosh, we need rest really bad, guys. Both the people with healing spells were tapped. There's no more healing to be done.
Yep.
Need a nap.
Waverly did not help us out. I'm sorry.
I think I've used. I used most of my spells on Dawn. Never mind.
Well, the good thing is that Edgar can, being that he is a sentinel raven, he could, while everyone sleeps, he could, he doesn't require sleep, so he could stay awake and, rouse Dawn if there's an issue.
Yeah, I mean...
He could awaken.
Sure, yes. Back my inspiration abilities to give out to you guys. I mean, I know I'm holding on to those with a iron grip because I only got 2 left to spend because I have no spells to give you guys. So I have to be very careful how I dish those last 2 out if we don't get a long rest, or even a short one. I still can't believe she actually made it into the dragon side. That was pretty freaking sweet that she just kitty jumped onto the dragon's face.
And they got...
Oh my god. I should have... Oh.
That's a story to tell, that's for sure.
I got a 20 on that one roll though. Like if I just used inspiration, oh my god.
Future grand kittens.
Oh boy.
Yeah, when Valandra heals you, she'll take you by the shoulders and go, "Never do that again."
This is just, she can't even believe it herself that it actually worked.
There's a corner for stupid rest. You're gonna go sit
No.
With Waverly.
With Waverly. I was gonna say Waverly. Oh, just Waverly. Put Waverly a dusk in a corner. You guys. My character is supposed to be the one with all the bad decision-making habits. What the heck?
I don't think we have a dearth of bad decision-making habits in this party.
Decision-making? What's this I hear? Oh, you guys are doing fine.
No, we're talking about our bad choices. All of our bad decisions.
I don't remember any bad decisions at all. Every one of them was entertaining.
It's not the same thing.
Well, it is for me. Does everybody have fun?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. I am personally a little disappointed with this particular mission in the module, but I think you guys did well with it, and I think it had the appropriate level of danger. By the way, the Fright was pretty clutch, and it not getting a recharge on its breath weapon, also very important to your survivability.
Oh, thank God.
As I look back over Dragon statistics, I realize I did miss clobbering Dawn when she got within melee range, but I guess we can let that one go.
But he might have just been surprised that a cat just jumped on his face.
We movie.
I'm gonna say you fell out of range before he thought to hit you with his tail.
Okay, that worked.
But
Oh, but if he had tried, she would have tried to grapple onto his tail. That's the thing. Like, good luck, but she's holding on.
let go!
Oh.
So reactions to the townsfolk were a little different than I was expecting. There's a little more hostility from your group than I thought.
Yeah.
Doesn't like townspeople well enough.
It didn't help when the governor was like, we'd all be like, ooh.
He was a master of foot in mouth.
Everyone's always invited to the man. Well, some of you maybe haven't been.
Oh, really? Really?
You're just like, I was just like, Stelios was just like, you
But
should just
funny,
stop
I
talking.
must have lost my invitation.
You know, the postal service in this area just not what it
No,
used to be.
it could be improved vastly.
You know, that bridge and that little path that goes back to your place, very treacherous. You know, we lose more post people there.
Really, you were surprised that we weren't all like, "Yay, they love us now."
I was expecting a little more basking in it. Not like yay, just like, oh hey, we should keep this going. You guys are like, I see through this bullshit.
That's trying.
Like
That's
Dawn
good
just zero fucks given. Just zero. Like, if they cared, they would have always cared.
Exactly.
Exactly. I think it was awesome the way you guys reacted. I was like, yes! Glum fellows in the corner like doing a victory dance.
He
Raising
raised
the
them well.
Just zero fucks given.
Like for the first time in 10 years, Linan smiles. But it's fun.
I mean, Dawn was happy, or Dusk was happy. She got kitty pets.
Yeah, she was really happy. She did like the pets. She was just like, I kind of want everybody to keep liking us.
Yeah, I heard that amidst the discussion. I was like, oh, that's almost sad.
They're not gonna. The moment, like,
This all
She's
settles
sad
down.
kitty.
It'll go back to what it was before.
Pretty much. But it's
You mean the
nice
moment you
to
started torturing someone in the middle of the keep?
It is. That is. She's trying to be. I can't believe I kept losing those intimidation rolls. I mean, come on. I just threw a bunch of dead bodies on his face, and he's just laughing it off.
He's
Screw
just-
this shit.
He's kind of a psycho.
He is kind of a psycho. I mean,
And
he
she's
has that
trying-
going with him.
She's trying to out-psycho him because she is a charlatan as her background, so she's trying to over-intimidate him, and it's just not working out. It's
No,
just
Just
not
did
working
not.
out.
just
Get
did
the
not
wrong-
land this time. Too much time spent charming, not enough time spent knee breaking.
She's really not much of a knee breaker. She doesn't have a lot of strength.
The trick to knee breaking is momentum, so it's not strength.
you need
No.
glasses to glint at
I do.
specific moments.
Dawn, will you loan me your glasses? Would that give me like a plus to my intimidation checks? To borrow his
She
glasses.
gets ready to intimidate someone. She walks over, just takes the glasses off the taxi, puts them on, and walks back.
She can't see anything. But she's just making her way through it.
Good stuff.
God, I laughed way too hard. She's just stealing things out of people's hands a lot lately too.
Yeah, that was a sort of an unexpected move.
That was ballsy.
See, she thought that it was something that was really, really valuable, and it turns out to be a spyglass, and that doesn't have any value to it. She's like, "Well, this is useful."
You haven't looked up spyglass in the.
They're
list, have
like.
you?
No.
I know what.
You do me a favor and look that one up.
I will do that now.
Just right over in the compendium. Type in that spyglass. You might have to go to equipment.
It doesn't exist.
Adventure Gear equipment page. You got it in there. Where's it at?
There's no equipment page. I don't know what you're talking about. I have items. I can look for items.
Yeah, no, like you if you just type in spy in the compendium, it comes up. You get a spy and the spyglass.
Does it give you the?
Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, let's see. It's 1,000 gold pieces worth, which Glumfellow kindly told me. They're magnified twice their size. Adventuring gear. It has a weight of 1. That's it.
It's 1,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, I mean you're sort of,
I ain't
sort
selling
of
this
burying the
nobody.
lead here.
I am not selling this to anybody. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's extremely useful. It's a very good thing to steal.
Yeah, that's definitely worth keeping.
I-
We need it more. We need it more, so we should keep it.
She's gonna keep it.
We just scared off a fucking dragon for you. You can give us a spyglass.
But I need that to keep an eye on my constituents.
Wow, that's
No,
perfect.
you don't.
Every time he says constituents,
Hands him the glasses.
Dawn's fur just like ruffles up a bit. His hackles get raised.
Aw, you don't like Governor Tarball?
No.
We don't like the way he pronounces words. I'm right there with you, Dawn. Like, it's constituents. Say the whole thing. It's constituents.
Now, see, I'm a fishing man.
Oh
And-
God.
And
Just
a fishing man don't want to take up extra time with all them fancynesses.
excuse her while she just puts her hand over his mouth and just like, stop talking. Stop talking. Shh. And I apologize, but she did. I know she cut him off a lot, but she just cannot stand to listen to
No,
babble.
it's totally okay. Absolutely okay.
I'm really amused at the orphan correcting the governor on grammar.
We
I'm
were
just very
well
amused by that.
educated,
We had
okay?
very good education.
Governor Tarball's man of the people.
Merca.
Which is why he lives in the biggest house, has the nicest clothes, has the most food, and so on and so forth, etc., etc.
Of course, as people are doing well, he's doing well.
Yeah.
You can tell how well you're doing by how good I look.
Excuse her while she just soils all of his clothes. Because she can do that. Just wave her hand and he's just covered in mud.
That's cold.
Now you're reflecting how we're doing.
Oh,
I feel like now is a good time to highlight that on Dusk's character sheet, it is chaotic good.
That's okay. So is Waverly.
Neutral good.
Chaotic good. She understands.
Neutral good.
Dawn's
It's okay.
neutral.
the little
Something.
fellow plays a long game, so he's just waiting. You guys will come around.
Neutral something.
He's probably over there like, and she's throwing corpses in
neutral.
there. Yes,
he's like, yeah.
that's my girl.
What do you think of Dawn scaring the shit out of a dragon? That's
Yeah.
What does the dragon know that we don't?
The dragon was not in it to win it. That's the part that I wish they picked a different creature, but
Right.
that gives you your dragon. And you did legitimately meet the requirements for it to be frightened away.
Awesome.
Dusk is just gonna be lying on the floor for a bit.
I wonder if we'll have enough time to actually take a rest here at this point.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Because
me
we
too.
really need it.
I can inform you right now. You will have time to take a short rest,
That's not the kind we need.
and
Well-
if you wish to take the benefits of that short rest, you certainly may.
Well, I can tell you guys that if we get to take a short rest, I can help your hit dice. I have a song. I have the Song of Rest. I can help you get better if you have health issues.
Okay.
I can
not-
word.
It's not the health issues I'm worried about.
I know. Well,
It's all
it
right,
is.
spell
But
slots.
Everything.
Or it's not the current health issues I'm worried about, it's the future ones.
right.
Well, I
I won't be
reveal-
around to do something for.
I can reveal without spoilering that next session is the dramatic conclusion of the Greenest chapter,
Oh wow. Okay.
and I may go and even so far as to say it's the high drama conclusion of the Greenest chapter. So there will be some hijinks. We'll see how the party handles that one. Look forward to that.
How are we doing on experience?
Oh, you know what? Let me do some math. I can do math. Where's my math sheet? Where's my math sheet? Save the mill. Screw the mill. You realize it was a trap. Each character receives 50 experience points.
Good for you, Don.
Good call. Actually, you guys were all pretty leery of that. But then you put it all together. That's dramatic conclusion. We haven't done that yet. Where you at? Dragon attack. Characters each earn 50 experience for driving away Lenathan. There's another 50 there.
Lenathan.
Lenathan. Just wants your treasure and your lives and keep the frickin' cats away, His Lordship.
Oh gosh, write that into his character bio.
Oh my
Do
god,
it.
please.
Do it. He has to be allergic to cats. I need a sneezing blue dragon when we get him.
You do not want a blue dragon sneezing at you, but it's in there. Allergic to cats.
Oh my god, please tell me that his wings breaking out in halves right now.
He has to transform into like human form so he can wipe the fur off of his face because it make him all itchy.
Dragon.
He's flying away so he can find a big enough river to dunk his face in to wash the dander and fur off. He's worried he's gonna get cat scratch fever. Secretly a cat hypochondriac. I'm sorry. I could do this forever. Oh.
I love adding nuance to my creatures. So, Lenathan is allergic to cats.
Amazing. Yes.
I'm so happy.
So let's see here. Prisoners. You have acquired prisoners. You have successfully interviewed the prisoners. You have 25 experience for that. You guys killed some stuff. Where's my Sally port? Sally port.
So if you guys are doing your hit dice, taking the effects of a short rest, if anybody's doing hit dice, whatever you roll, add an additional 1d6 hit points because Talace is playing a Song of Rest.
Nice. Okay, I will do that.
Question: do you have with that Song of Rest? Do you have to roll for that to work?
So
Because he's only missing 2 hit 2 hit points, so it's not a I wasn't gonna roll. That's
well, okay. Well, let me just read it to you so you can see what I see. If you or any friendly creature who can hear your performance regain hit points by spending hit dice at the end of the short rest, each of those creatures regain an extra 1d6 hit points. So you do have to spend your hit dice to get this extra d6.
Brought me up to full. That's all that counts.
Oh, well, hold on. I'm sorry, I was in the other room. Are we talking about a short rest?
Yes, we are getting
you
a short
have
rest.
the benefits of a short rest.
I want to argue that we should not be taking a short rest.
Okay, what would you like to do?
We just got rid of their dragon.
Mhm.
So why are we sitting and waiting?
Because we're worn out.
Because we're tired.
Because we just fucking got rid of a dragon.
We're talking they have no eyes in the sky. They didn't know that it was going to happen.
We've got Edgar. By the way, Valinder, you're getting a fist bump from Talace for that remark.
Okay. Oh, that's really scary for when we try to do anything else in the town.
So, I know you're doing math, Casey.
Yep.
If everybody is getting to heal, Cuthel and Ann would probably also benefit from that Song of Rest.
Okay.
Because I can
Actually,
still see that they are low.
I don't think there's a user limit.
it's just anyone that can hear you.
Yeah, anyone that can hear. But I only mention it to you because you're the one who controls them, and they're both down.
No. What I'm saying is, I believe everyone in the entire keep basically benefits from your Song of Rest.
Right.
Okay.
I'm just mentioning it to you specifically about them specifically because they're the only ones I can see that are injured.
Fair enough. They don't get to rest. They're taking care of babies, and babies are annoying.
Well, then maybe they should get into a different line of work.
That is an excellent point. But we'll look at the correction.
Dust's gonna punch it.
How did she make a link? I'm trying to...
I don't know. I did what you told me.
There's no space or anything. In
No, it's
between,
all right next to
No.
each other.
There's no space.
What does the URL look like? It has to
It-
have the .jpg or .gif or whatever at the end.
Oh,
Yes.
that might be it then. Okay, let's try.
Like I throw everything in Imgur or somewhere.
Okay, let's try this one then. This one should work.
All right. Total session XP 275.
Woohoo! 525. We're close.
What's the total?
275 now.
We have
Valandra-
525.
Valandra is a little behind at 300, so Valandra will be at 575. Everybody else, I think, was at the full total.
525 plus 375.
275.
275.
275.
Already trying to negotiate upwards.
I got it.
That's amazing.
Very
I'm so happy. Okay, I love it.
We have 800 experience.
800 even. All right. We're 100 away, guys.
We're
We are 100 away.
close.
so close.
Most of you are.
I'm sorry.
I'm still like 325 away. So.
Get there.
There will be some catch-up points should people fall behind in an overlong fashion, but for right now, we'll leave you with you guys with a little bit of spread. Among your loot, you guys have acquired your spyglass. There are some long bows scattered about, should you guys wish to acquire those. There's some dead people. I don't know that anybody's into body part collecting, but that's an option.
Do they have anything valuable on them?
The dead people in... Oh, hang on. You guys did kill some...
And I stated that
cultists.
I was taking things out of their pockets, so there was nothing useful.
Absolutely. Let me see if the looting cultists that you guys had done any looting. Do you have looting cultists?
On dead body part looting, I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks, guys.
All right. Catch you later.
Right.
All right. Where to go?
Alright, I have to show my last one because I feel like I'm never gonna get to use freaking Thunderweave, even though it's awesome. It's like my best freaking spell, and I never get to use it. But there's my
Oh, you had plenty of. There was a whole pile of people down in the square you could have used that on.
yeah,
No,
but it
only
would have
hit,
hurt
like-
all of my friends.
They're not really your friends.
Oh
They're
my
your
God.
family.
Bite
Oh
your
my
tongue.
god!
They're your family. Family aren't friends. That's a completely different thing.
That's not necessarily so.
Family forgives.
I beg to differ.
Ah!
If they live.
Oh, I'm sure somebody knows like a mass healing word or something. Prayer.
But if you guys like any of the gifts that I did, I made them all myself. So if you guys want anything for your spells or your attacks, just let me know. I can make them. You don't have to. I'll host them and everything.
You know what? I saw people were talking in
Oh,
Twitch,
one
but
more
I didn't keep
spell.
up.
Get my back.
As I quickly try and catch up on Twitch, I looked over like twice and I saw things scrolling, but I couldn't split the attention. Tarball's accent was just too intense.
I wonder how many of the viewers that we had for the Twitch channel were us and other people.
Most were
Well,
us, I think.
Not me. I don't keep it open while I'm playing.
I do because in case someone comes in, I check it periodically for like if anyone like talks to us, which no one has.
My computer tends to start doing wacky things if I leave Twitch and Roll20 and Discord open all at once. So
That's fair.
Well, if Roll20's chat gets just a little bit better, we could switch back to just doing it all in Roll20, but unfortunately, it was a little tweaky once we
I
got
don't
up
think-
to 5 people, and I think 8 people, it would just cry.
You would just start crying.
Yeah, you
No other sound would come through.
do nothing but the system crying. I'm trying to look up guards and loot, and I keep getting distracted. Hang on here. Alright, you. Where's he at?
Look.
Alright, one guard. So there was a spear amongst things, but that wasn't particularly shiny, just a spear. And who would like to be in charge of the luck of the party this time? Whoever it would be, please roll me a D100. You want to roll the number you call or high, your choice. Meaning you can call a number and try and roll it. That would be really good. Or just try and roll high.
Just try and roll high.
Just try and roll high, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow, okay.
God.
See, you might have called a 7.
Were you gonna call a 7?
I was not going to call a 7.
Oh. It's a good number.
4 of a D4. It's not bad.
4 on a D4. that is 40 gold pieces of looted materials that you're able to acquire from the cultists. Please give it among yourselves as you wish and make note of the oddities amongst them.
How many of us are in the group?
There are 6 of you, I think.
6
today.
of you, because since I'm the one who looted it, I will divide it.
So that'd be 6 gold each, and 4 people get an extra one.
So I will take the extra one, and I will give the 3 other people who get extra ones are going to be Waverly, and Dusk, and Valandra.
Aw.
Sorry, how many gold pieces are we talking here?
6 to everybody, but the 3 people I said.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody else, those people I said, get 7.
Aw.
Immediately received.
Certain people may have gotten an unfair share of the gold. Cool.
I mean, I could have kept the other 4 pieces for myself completely,
Absolutely may have.
but I didn't. I shared it with my sisters.
Yay, sister.
Yay.
Alright. Let's see here. You guys have captured people. You've created a little cask of Amontillado.
Yeah, he is walled up in there, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's really, I like that reference.
It's just like, but instead of using bricks like certain people, you're like, I'm just gonna lock you in here with bodies. It's not at all creepy.
Eventually, he
Oh.
will crack. He will crack.
Montresor had nothing on us.
Look, when your bluff fails, you gotta double down.
John thinks it could be quite effective.
See? See? He'll loosen up. Eventually, I'll get advantage on the roll.
After the disease and pestilence sets in.
Just to make sure that he gets fed, because we don't want him eating the bodies, because then we'll have Wendigos on our hands.
Why not?
Because we'll have a Wendigo on our hand.
Don't know that.
Wendigos are trouble. Do they even? Yeah, they do. He has a Wendigo, right?
And see, now I've given him ideas.
Wow, that's
I
a
thought
cool
that-
creature. Is that an official one?
One of the stories in my post-colonial English class featured a Wendigo coming to comfort a dying boy after he escaped from a residential school. Just throwing that out there, that for your alternate Wendigo mythology.
Oh. That's an interesting style.
Oh man, we need to get to level 3.
Yes, we do.
What's that? Second level spells, all kinds of new powers.
2 extra spell slots in 2nd level. Like, all of a sudden, I'll be able to cast 6 fucking spells. That's double the amount of spells I can cast right now.
The odd levels are the magic levels.
I get a special book and extra spells that I can pick spells from anywhere I want.
All the things.
Well, meanwhile, Waverly's been working at spells, and next level she's gonna finally figure out how to do them.
Dude, I can double 2 of my skill proficiencies. Holy cow.
That is
Double
true.
any ability check I make. On specifically 2. Oh man, I'm gonna have to think about that.
Maybe intimidation.
I have a +5 to intimidation.
You know, you say that.
Apparently that's not enough.
Apparently not.
Dawn has a +6, so he's a little extra scary.
Yeah, the orphans of the Warrens of Unwanted Burden. There's a reason people are like, whoa, okay.
Dusk is not intimidating. She is fluffy.
No, yeah, fluffy punching through a person. not at all intimidating as you launch yourself at an adult blue dragon.
Oh my god, did everybody see that?
The guards literally.
Everybody saw this.
Everybody saw that. Everybody saw.
She's a
Whoa!
freaking superhero. And then they saw her fall.
Well, technically you didn't fall. You got hit by the dragon's wing. I mean, you did get up there. You just didn't stick.
You took a blow from the dragon and survived.
Yes.
Took a blow from the dragon, fell to your doom, and climbed back up.
So yes,
So-
there was.
That probably didn't hurt either.
Yeah, there are some like badges that they make for that. So you can mark that one down. Let's see here. I can't think of anything else I need to throw at you guys before we do our next session. You guys will, unless you come up with other ideas. That's what I'll do. Unless you come up with other ideas, nothing more will happen until dawn. So you guys have nothing will happen until the sun rises. I don't know what happens with dawn. So you guys will have about 5.5 hours to yourselves.
So that doesn't equate a long rest, does it?
No, it
That
doesn't.
is not quite a long rest.
And yet, not a long rest.
How long is a short rest?
Short rest is
1 hour.
Will we get 5.5 short?
That,
don't have
that
enough-
still
we don't
doesn't
have
get
enough
my
in
spell
time.
slots back.
I don't think that counts. I wish it did, but it
I believe the limit is 1 long rest per day and 2 short rests. Something along those lines. But yeah, I don't think that stacking them up will be useful to you guys aside from boredom. So I will toss it to the party. If you guys want to do anything before the dawn deadline, let me know. And then things will happen as the sun rises.
Well, Dust probably will take a nap at some point.
sleep
But
is probably-
otherwise, she's probably going to be checking on the townsfolk.
Here's a question. Is there any food in the keep at all?
There is. The keep is stocked to supply most of the town for about 2 weeks comfortably. For about a month rationing uncomfortably. So they are not concerned about the food. They also have the water accessible through the tunnel, which has remained secret up till this point.
The poo water.
Well, the stream sort of pushes the water away, so it doesn't stay poo water for too long. But yes, the poo water.
Okay. So they've got food, they've got...
I think probably if they're chilling and things are quiet for like 5 hours, Dawn will, make mention of his name. Like he wasn't bringing it up because shit was happening. Many shits were hitting many fans all at once. But he will very likely, and I'll put it in chat too, so everyone else can see that he will respectfully demand that he be referred to as Bernard.
Oh my god.
As,
That's not your name.
It's not your name.
he doesn't want it to be his name. No one is going to take someone named Raindrop seriously.
He
Dawn's a
would.
perfectly respectable name.
So I'm so sorry about all of what I'm about to say, but
Oh no.
so we've got about 5.5 hours, you said. So for about once every 30 minutes for the first 3 hours, she goes over to the door where we have our prisoner, and she casts some kind of prestidigitation, like to increase the smell of decay, or she'll make like the sound, like a very specific, like annoying, like clang noise that repeats over and over and over again for like 5 minutes, and be
But
completely
you have to
silent.
do it. Like if Dawn notices this, he will tell you to make it irregular.
And she'll take that advice. She'll absolutely take that advice.
Don't set a rhythm he can get used to.
Mhm.
Okay.
Have it completely off kilter.
So if I could
We're
have
breaking the Geneva Convention at this point.
if I could have a little bit. If I could have an intimidation roll with advantage for the help, to put that one in the bank. So a 15, and at the end of this intimidation, what are you trying to get out of it?
I am trying to get him to offer up some information about what they're doing over at the mayor's house.
Okay. So it doesn't take long to break him down after you've basically stuffed him in there with bodies that are dripping on him. It's not a happy place. And what you're asking, he's not too defensive of. You know, what are they doing over at the mansion? They're looting it. And then he gives you more information that is currently hiding from me. Frula Mondath issues her orders from there. You'll see her in her purple robes.
Oh, I've noticed her already.
She leads this attack.
Thank you. And if he is messed, any kind of soil that might have gotten on him, like she'll actually physically take a handkerchief and like wipe his face off if any of like the blood got on him from the corpses. She'll clean his face off for him, and then that's it. She's not gonna take the corpses out. She's gonna leave them there. She's gonna show him just enough kindness to reward his behavior, and then she's gonna leave and lock the door. Put the door back, and just enough. You reward just enough, but not show total mercy.
Fair enough. He's back in the cupboard.
This list can be a little scary sometimes.
And do me a favor. Do you wish the townsfolk to notice the depths of your cruelty?
I don't care.
Okay, fair enough.
Not hiding it.
I didn't know if you were trying to do it on the sly or
Nope,
if you were just.
I'm not being sneaky about it at all. Not even a little bit.
Fair deal.
I want it to look like I'm in charge. So if anyone is coming by, like while this is happening, if they glance in and they look frightened, he can see their faces. So I want him to be frightened of me.
Fair deal. By the way, Sin, if you can hear the stuff you're doing on the Twitch, looks awesome.
What'd she do on the Twitch? I closed it.
Just like stuff's moving around and appearing, and it's like getting like a little cooler like each time. Like she's got like the follower goal now like on the scroll wind up. And the pictures are going, and it looks neat. But it was all moving around, and like every once in a while, like just like something would move out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, you moved. And I'm like, why would it move? It's just it's like that clown that just sits in the corner of your room until it doesn't.
I actually had one of those.
You had a clown that sat in the corner of your room?
Yes. Yes. I would, it was like this little clown on a swing.
You know how we talked at one point about maybe all getting together and doing a thing somewhere? That's off. I never want to be within like the same state as you. You've got a clown that follows you.
No, I used to when I was small.
Yeah, you know what used to means? It hasn't caught up yet. I don't want to be there when it does. Okay, they don't run. They just walk slowly after you, and then one day you're like, and then there's no more. Credits roll.
It was.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Sorry, sort of derailed myself a little bit there.
Dusk is napping, grooming herself, and checking on townspeople, probably. Oh, and the children. Like, we haven't had a chance to check on the kids from the orphanage yet.
Kids from the orphanage are about a year bigger than you remember them being, which since they were 5, 6, and 7, I think, means they used to be 4, 5, and 6. And that's a pretty good growth spurt year, so they have sprung up. They're a little more dour than you remember being at that age.
No, we didn't have dragons.
Yeah, that's gonna make most people a little bit dour.
Yeah, true.
Also, there were a lot of you, and you sort of played off of each other. There's only really 3 of them, and then Valandra. And I think Valandra might be looking away from them towards you guys more than towards them. I don't know.
It must be more lonely, I guess.
I have to ask about that one. By the way, making me do Glumfellow voice in the middle of a session is cruel.
I'm sorry.
That's a hard one to transition to. I was like,
Look, you can't make everyone's favorite character and not have them talk.
I'm not sure why he's a horrible creature.
It's the voice.
It's the voice.
It's the voice. You've done this to yourself.
He's not a kindly old man.
He is not, but you know what?
But he raised us.
He raised us.
So
That's true.
And somehow he got a kiss out of at what happened tonight.
You guys ask him a question, he starts answering like, no, I don't want to hear your bullshit.
So vague. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Just answer my goddamn question.
You like go up to the wise old hermit on the mountain. He's like, enlighten me. You're like, no, I don't want to hear that.
Just tell me the facts. That's all I want. I don't need any of your guidance. Nothing. Just answer this question directly. Oh. She's just so done with clerics at this point. She's scared the shit out of one. The guy in the closet's a cleric. Not you, Valandra. You're awesome.
Not all clerics.
Not Valandra. No, it has nothing to do with it. Valandra. That's pretty. She's the exception to all rules. The dude in the closet's a clearic, right?
He's not. He has clerical abilities. Yes.
The person I'm terrorizing happens to be a cleric of Tiamat. I apparently love being mean to people who like evil gods.
I think I want that to be your title now, Valandra, the exception to all rules.
Granted.
Hey, you guys do have the ability to bestow nicknames upon one another. I'm looking forward to figuring out what the heck to call your party. I'm referring to you as the Unwanted Burdens until I find otherwise.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, I haven't come up with anything. We're just the group.
Give us some time.
We gotta do something like particularly cool.
We do.
And name ourselves after that.
There will be many opportunities for that as you
Dragon
guys progress. Dragon spookers.
Dragon allergy.
Dragon allergy.
I love
One
this
of the
game. It's so great.
I think one of the last parties I was in that had like a name party was the Skydiving Giants.
Skydiving giants.
Wow. Was there a story behind that?
I have no idea. That was from before I joined the party, so I don't actually know why that was the thing. The other one I remember.
Good.
I was just saying the other one I can think of that that the party's actually had a name is Pawns of Prophecy, which was pretty cool. That doesn't really apply here.
Ash, technically the party that Air came from was called I Came Accidentally.
Oh my god! That's amazing!
Because we were quote unquote a like they were a band and Dare was their hype man. So they were I Came Accidentally.
Oh my god. That's amazing. He's like
nobody nobody was a bard.
I want you to understand that he's my favorite drow, and I mean my favorite.
He's such an asshole.
And look who you're talking to. Just because I play a nice, sweet character off of him does not mean that I am not an asshole myself.
But soon, Sweat and I will have bad guys who survive more than one encounter with you. Not counting the dragon.
Yeah. Someone that's gonna run away from him.
I have a feeling there are gonna be more dragons.
There may be
Just
a few more.
A little bit of a feeling.
There might be a theme throughout this module set.
We might need some time to build up to fully grown adult dragons. So.
We're so close to level, guys.
Dusk, I just realized Dusk would have been particularly emboldened by the fact that she actually reached the dragon.
Strutting around, super excited.
She's very excited. She's very thrilled.
Is there? I need to see the spell book. I need to start planning what I'm gonna do.
She's trying to groom herself up to look all pretty and proper, but like the whole time she's just like, I landed on a dragon, you guys. It was so cool. Actually, since we have, I just realized, since we have 5.5, it's just 2 random miscellaneous things. On top of all that, I think Dusk would actually probably take the time, since this is the first time they probably get a chance to like talk to each other without the chaos happening since they arrived. Dusk also wants to catch up with everyone and find out what they've been up to for the last year because they haven't had a chance to actually talk.
Absolutely. You know what? If how long will this dramatic conclusion take? I don't think the dramatic conclusion will take more than a half hour-ish. So, if we want to open it up for air quotes Tavern RP next session, that's totally fine by me. You guys get a break in the chaos, you're sleepy as heck.
Cat naps.
But you know, if you guys want to sit together and invest in, hey, what the heck have you guys been doing for the last year? This would be a good time for it. can open up with that on the session and see how long everybody has stories for. And then when story time winds down, fast forward to dawn, sun rising, and then dramatic conclusion. That's gonna kill me every time.
Oh, could they all like huddle down, or I guess in the middle of the keep, and just like sit in a circle and do story time? That would be fun. And they could report what they've been doing to not just each other, but I guess anybody who might be interested in eavesdropping.
That's true, and several of you have revealed abilities that seem a bit surprising to one another.
Yeah, like
Wait, you
Dawn.
can speak Draconic?
And he's not here to make a comment back for us right now. That's sad. Like, you can speak Draconic? Since when?
Yeah, like, and you guys just breezed past when he shot the Eldritch Blast out of his hand. No, it wasn't that he shot Eldritch Blast. It's the education that he picked up along the way that you guys were like, what? No.
That's racist.
Yeah, that's a little bit. I'm a little surprised that, little Valandra, the tag-along that you left behind, comes storming out, heals everyone, smashes things all over the place. You guys just like, yep, totally normal.
We grew up. We know what to expect.
We saw this one coming a mile away.
Always the quiet ones? Except she wasn't quiet, so I don't know what I'm saying.
That and also, like, we were in the midst of chaos, and it's just like, oh, shit happening. Things are still trying to kill us. Let's focus on that.
Waverly being a little murder-suicide machine.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
The most fighty mouse.
Waverly, where are you going? The front line!
Her intelligence is higher than her wisdom.
Fair.
The best kind of character to play.
So yours. That's
I just gotta work on, not dying. That would be good.
There are some tricks to that, yes.
Once I actually get to second level, and I'll get aid. Just preemptively cast it on her every day.
Wake up, stretch, aid the mouse. That's a
5
long
more
one.
hit points. Don't die.
It's an 8-hour one, isn't it?
Yeah, 8 hours, no concentration, so.
Yeah.
And 3 characters, I think.
Yeah, 3 characters. 5 for the duration. And it is
So
truly
it's
it is
probably-
truly the HP maximum, so you can even earn them back if you get them taken away.
Yep.
He's nice.
So I'd probably do that on myself so I can keep healing people, and Waverly, and someone else. I'm not sure who else.
Everyone's trying to be your favorite.
You do want to be on good terms with the healer, it's true.
That is
true. Remembers my other character.
I'm sad that I'm behind in terms of experience because I'll be so much better at healing once I get another level here.
I don't think you're gonna fall out of levels because the XP tends to come in bursts. So I think you guys will be on levels until you're probably like in the 5-6 range. Then it might be a session or 2 that you guys have a spread. I don't expect you guys to have a spread much at levels 1 through 4.
Well, I just figure we might get 100 experience next session. We might not get 325.
Let me.
Well, almost certain not to.
Ooh, should we do more talk about how everybody grew up together? Because that was a fun discussion last time. And now we have more people this time.
But yeah, Once I get another level, I'll have aid, and then lesser restoration, and then prayer of healing, which is going to be amazing for rests.
Yeah, prayer healing's a nice one for rests.
Sorry, what'd I miss? I went and did laundry.
It'll be what, like 2d8 plus 8 or something for everyone. So yeah.
That is a nice burst of healing.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Did I have questions? Did I miss anything? Oh, what did I miss? What's all this stuff?
Your questions. I'll be right back.
Cool. Okay. Alright, as I look down at the clock and I see it's already 10:20 here, I think I'm going to make my escape. Because I get to play with, what happened? Where'd I go?
He doesn't get to do whatever he thought he was gonna do.
I didn't, yeah, no, what happened? Okay.
Heck.
That's weird. Hi. I'm gonna escape. Feel free to keep chatting. I have a session tomorrow where I get to play with other folk and do a pirate adventure. Yay!
Woo!
Air pirates.
Even better.
Even better, and I get to try voices that I have not ever tried before and will be horrible, and it will be fun.
Yay!
Yay! It will be. So have a great night. I will catch you guys next week. I will be hitting up the chat. I will probably not have a whole lot of secret messages because you guys will be, unless you come up with something that you want to do, feel free to come up with things you want to do. And then we'll probably pick up next session with some Tavern talk. And then once you guys start wearing down on that and you've explored your varied histories, we'll do the dramatic conclusion of Greenest. And then all the other modules, because this is chapter 1 of 1,000.
Wow. We're gonna do them all?
We're gonna
We
do
do
a lot
all.
of them. Gotta catch them all. Of course, comments, criticisms, suggestions, etc. are very welcome. If you think of something, feel free to hit me up. If it's something that you're like, Casey, don't ever do that voice again, and you don't want to be like, oh, ruin it for everybody else, feel free to shoot me a direct message. But Governor Tollerball's not going anywhere, so you can't get rid of him. Well, I guess, I mean, depending on how far on that evil scale you wanted to slide. There you go. All right, cool. Have a great night.
Good night!
You too.
Good night.
Definitely shenanigans, alright.
And I think I've already picked my spell that I'm gonna take at the next level, guys.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Shatter.
nice.
I was waffling between a lot of stuff, like silence and suggestion and everything, but
Mm-hmm.
I know I shouldn't be going so combat heavy, but I kind of need to, I think, at
Yeah.
our current point. I think when it comes to social stuff, I should just rely on the regular dice roll at this point and worry about getting us all through alive, since we kind of weave in and out.
Yeah, next once we get next level, I'm gonna be very heal.
What are you thinking about
Just thinking
grabbing? 'Cause
well,
I saw restoration, and I was like, ooh, that's a good
I
one.
get lesser restoration automatically. That's
Okay.
one of my domain spells.
I will
And
probably
I'm thinking,
touch
Go
on
ahead.
you every time we come up to a level, because I will take another heal at some point, but I don't want to like double up if you're grabbing heals. I just want to be like,
yeah,
this, like, hey, can you heal that person? Because I don't want to waste this big heal. I'll take small ones. I won't take big ones.
yeah. Well, and the small ones that are cure wounds and stuff, you can just cast them at higher level, right? So
Yeah.
you only need the first level version, and then you can cast them however powerfully you need.
Right.
But so lesser restoration, I'll have that, and then I'll get aid, which raises the maximum hit points of 3 people by like 5 or something.
Oh, nice.
Which is gonna be nice. So it's not just temporary hit points; it's maximum hit points.
Oh, wow.
And that's for 8 hours.
You just cast that on Waverly.
Yeah, Waverly, myself, and someone else. I'm not sure who else, but
Waverly just default because she likes to run into the middle of
What-
a whole bunch of
wait,
people who
yeah,
get
yeah.
tactics.
It's so excited.
Waverly default because she runs into the middle of the group of cultists and
And she is
You know, to
not a fighter class.
in my defense, it was not the middle of the group when she ran there. Okay.
yeah, but they very clearly were gonna need a place to be, so like and then also I'll also get Prayer of Healing, which that one is really nice. It's not a combat one, but outside combat I can pretty much just get everyone back to full with one spell.
That sounds fantastic, actually.
Or at least it'll be 2d8 plus 8 for like everyone. It's a 10-minute casting time, so but we don't even need to wait for a short rest for that.
Cool. Yeah, I'm trying to pick spells that I think that we could immediately use.
I get because he's gonna go back to the tome, which he gets a grimoire, and I get 3 cantrips that don't count towards my. Like I could cast them at will.
Oh yeah,
And they don't count towards my thing, so I'm trying to pick ones
That seem really useful.
yeah.
You know, I think people underestimate cantrips because, like, there's a couple of cantrips and I'm like, oh, I really want that too.
He can get prestidigitation, but he can't get thaumaturgy normally as a
Why
word.
not?
Well, he can now because of this book, but so he could have all the like little helpful things.
Mhm.
Because Eldritch Blast was pretty hard. Like I was thinking, like, what was it? Magic Missile, but he already has because Magic Missile doesn't miss
Like, ever.
So ever. So that's like
That's a nice
good
one.
to
though.
have. So I was thinking like Thaumaturgy, Magic Missile, and maybe like Mage Hand or something like that.
Mage Hand's useful too.
Mage Hand or Bending.
Mending. Ooh,
Mending's useful.
Mending.
One that would be useful, possibly. I don't know how many if anyone else has this or if anyone else has medicine, but Spare the Dying might be a good one.
I
Can get
definitely
that
don't
one.
get that one.
The thing is, he would.
Sounds useful.
He would. It's. I don't think he wouldn't, because he's
Okay.
a Warlock of the Raven Queen,
Uh huh.
and they're all about like, death and dying, and things staying
Yeah.
dead. So, really
Okay.
wouldn't do that. Like he. It's not so much like when you die, it's your time to die, and you need to stay dead. Like they like undead things, like sentient undead things are very bad. They're frowned upon greatly, but like things like skeletons and mindless undead are they're kind of like tools and automatons. So he may. I'm planning on him getting create undead at some point to use them as, you know, helpful tools along the way, which may disturb some people. But it's like I care very little. But
Did Waverly get her disguise self?
That'll be one of my cantrips for 3rd level, I think.
It's a cantrip for you?
Hold on, let me just double check. Oh, no, it's not a cantrip. It's
I was
one
gonna
of my
say.
1st level spells.
Yeah, it's a first
Sorry,
level
yeah.
spell. Okay.
Yeah,
Mostly,
it's
like-
one of the spells, but I am planning on getting it next level. I was actually.
Your mage hand is amazing. You have the best mage hand ever.
I get invisible mage hand.
That you could actually
Um,
like do intricate shit with.
Yeah, you can.
Your ledger main thing.
Yeah. Okay, so we get two first level spells and 3 cantrips. I was just looking that up, and they have to be wizard spells, and they. I was just looking at it. I swear I just saw this. Oh yeah, must be enchantment or illusion.
Message is a cantrip.
Yes, the message tempts me very much. I can't get a cantrip until like level 5. I
When
think.
would I get another cantrip?
I know nothing about monk level.
Yeah, I get 3 cantrips and one of them has to be mage hand. And I'm not really entirely decided which the other one should be.
4th level, I get another cantrip.
Yeah, 4th level.
I'm excited that I have my my channel divinity now, because the life domain thing is preserve life, and it's I can heal hit points up to 5 times my cleric level, which doesn't sound too great in terms of number until you realize I can split it between any number of creatures. So like if the dragon had done the breath weapon on a bunch of us, I could just give everyone 1 hit point
That, yeah.
to get them back
Pretty
up
good.
again.
Very good.
Yeah. Wow. Just sitting here coveting the next level because I'm like, woo, spells.
Right!
Yeah, right.
Spells.
I
Spells.
don't know what I'm gonna take, though.
That's always the
I mean-
hardest part.
Right? I mean, especially with cantrips, like, I'm a rogue, I probably shouldn't bother taking, like, firebolt or anything, as tempting as it is.
You know, if you can't find anything else that you really think that you'll utilize, a firebolt, not a bad idea. I mean,
No.
who's gonna expect the rogue to have a firebolt?
This is true. This is true.
Just surprise, fire.
But you can't sneak attack on that, can you?
Probably not.
Also, that expert.
Which
Well,
will be
theoretically,
more
you
important
should
for
be
you.
able to, like, if she's a rogue.
I could try.
I don't know if it's in the rules, but it kind of. Like, I mean, like with the ones that have an attack roll. Like, I think Firebolt has an attack roll. Because, like, you could do it with the ranged attack melee.
Blade Horde is helpful if you resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage until the next turn.
So when you're surrounded by things,
Yeah, maybe
you might as well make it harder for them to hurt you.
pretty much. That might be a good one to take. How does message work? Let's see.
Let's see.
Because I could grab message. Now that you've mentioned
Message. I think basically you you whisper and pointing to a creature within 120 feet, and that target and only that target can hear what you're whispering.
And they could respond like a sentence. I think both ways. I believe there's a
No, I think that's just in like 3.5 in Pathfinder.
Message. You point your finger towards a creature.
Oh,
within
and can
range of
reply.
the
No,
perimeter.
you're right. You're right.
The target and only the target hears the message, can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. You can cast the spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood blocks the spell. The spell doesn't have to follow a straight line and can travel freely around corners and through open doors.
Openings.
Opening.
Ooh, suggestion.
Yeah, I felt like, ooh, suggestion. That's a really good bard spell, but I'm like, shatter.
I was like, I'm thinking like how Dawn would do things.
Right?
He's more about the learning and the alchemy and the stuff than, but like one of his initial things was like he wants power. He wants to not need his sister to beat up everyone for him. So like his initial spells were offensive and defensive, but he could branch a bit.
Yeah, Talace really wants to be useful, but she also wants, like, I'm not gonna lie, guys, a couple of times during the situation, she has thought about just bailing. Twice. Twice since the campaign started, she was like, I could just leave.
we're very glad she didn't.
And then she doesn't.
Wow, alarm looks like a really lame cantrip, but I'm not taking that one.
Is it literally what it sounds like?
You make a magical alarm.
That could be useful once we're on the road, but probably not right now.
Right, and I mean, do we really need that? I don't think so. We have enough people someone could stand watch. Or Dawn's bird.
That would also take like planning and caution and shit. So.
We don't have a lot of that.
When they do sleep, the bird doesn't need to, and he could wake Dawn in the event of something happening as a bonus action.
Charm person. Comprehend languages.
Misty step.
Which I also have. That's why I gathered that soot and salt. But I'm speaking the language that everybody's talking right now, so... It hasn't been very useful yet.
By the way, if people are looking up spells and they want more than just the PHB ones, I do have Elminster's Guide to Magic and Xanathar's Guide to Everything that has a bunch more choices.
Well, is that something that we can actually add in Roll20?
If
I have no idea.
If Casey has them, like you could buy them, and they'll become part of the compendium. Like I have them on mine, but I don't know if he has them on his. But I know there's a site that that has like everything. That he has like the Unearthed Arcana stuff in it too.
I didn't even realize the compendium was a thing.
The little eye up at the top.
Yeah, I see it now, as I didn't realize that was there. Yeah, I don't know if we can get the other spells on Roll20, but he did say that they were okay to take. So
Yeah, I don't think they are because I had to put Toll the Dead on. Yeah.
So if we take something that's not already listed, we just have to write in the information.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's easy enough to copy and paste here. This is the site I use. You can pretty much search everything. Because it pretty much has everything. It has all the has backgrounds and it has feeds and that stuff. It's just easy to search things and then copy and paste it when you don't have. Because copying and pasting out of the PDFs and stuff is hard. It's all broken.
Excellent.
So enchantment and illusion, first level wizard spell. Illusory script. No, I don't want that one. Hideous laughter, the ability to make somebody laugh a lot and incapacitate them.
Oh my gosh.
That is a spell, okay. Disguise self.
It
I-
used to be Tasha.
I love that spell. I've used it a lot in my Pathfinder campaign, and it's especially great when you manage to get the boss with it. My DM's so frustrated.
It's like frightening a dragon.
Except
That
worse, because
That
it
was
literally
so
can't do
amazing.
anything.
That might be a good one to use. I mean, I'm definitely taking Disguise Self. It's because which can give you up to a foot extra, you can add or remove up to a foot of illusory height, which means Waverly's choice of illusionary disguises can include things like, well, kobolds, and halflings, gnomes, very small dwarves. It can't lose. We're definitely doing that.
Like children of any race.
Yeah, children.
No one expects the children.
Nobody ever expects the children. So, like, apparently 3-year-old child comes out and murders everybody.
No, nobody expects the Orphans Inquisition.
The Orphans Inquisition.
She could do one of those creepy porcelain dolls.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's possessed.
It could be Annabelle.
Oh no!
Is that a prank she ever pulled on someone growing up?
No, she didn't know how to do it yet. Then she's been
Oh darn, I thought it was something she started doing early.
No, she's been studying. So yeah, it gets for my second choice gives me Charm Person, Color Spray, or Hideous Laughter.
Color spray's fun.
Color Spray is
What's color spray like in 5th Ed?
Sparkly and distracting.
Rainbows.
not Blinded.
Yeah, color spray's only for 1 round, though.
Yeah. So, I guess it's really, do I want to stick with Hideous Laughter, or do I want to see if Charm Person becomes useful?
Charm person is always very useful.
Charm Person
Yeah.
is very useful, yeah.
And let me tell you, I'm turning it down right now for my next level, but I like it eventually. I just want to like have danger spells, and eventually I will actually become the bard that I'm supposed to be.
The bard you were meant to be.
I'm like, why are you attacking everything? Because it needs to die. I'll charm it afterwards.
This True Strike.
Yeah, the downside about Charm Person is you can't do it on anyone you still want to be friends with afterward, because they know that you've charmed them
Yeah.
when it's done.
True. Ooh, True Strike gives you advantage on your first attack roll against them.
If you're willing to take 2 rounds to attack.
Yeah, that's the thing. So fun.
But I mean, not a bad thing to have if we come across something that just like nobody can hit, I guess.
Blade Ward is apparently not listed in Roll20. But I want that one. So. For my cantrips. Blade Ward and Super Duper Rogue Mage Hand and I don't know what else.
While I have some of you here, does anybody want any gifts made for their spells or attacks?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'll think about that later at some point. Like, probably at some point. I just don't know what yet.
I had all of my gifts like waiting in the wings, so that's why I asked earlier today. Like, how do I do this? I had like all the ones that you've seen, all of them pre-prepared. I was ready and waiting, and I'm like, I need to use this, all of this. A lot of Warcraft gifts.
Yeah.
I need a good dart throwing one. The one I have is
Oh,
not that he does it that often, but you know, it
For what
worked
it
for
has.
him in the thing, in the fog.
No, I think I like the idea of using do mending.
I was gonna have on Bernard. You guys can laugh at him all next week. He's going to respectfully demand. Yeah, I decided on a thaumaturgy, magic missile, mending, and then suggestion for his actual new spell.
Mending is so useful. It's just so useful.
Utility spells are important.
They really, really are.
That would have been helpful with the
Yeah.
And the whole time he was like, does anyone have any spells that fixes things? I was like, no! Because I chose not to take mending. Actually, I think I had taken mending originally, and then he told me I should take vicious mockery, and I was like, what do I pick to get rid of? So I got rid of mending instead.
Maybe I'll take mending. I mean, just so somebody has it.
Well, Dawn's taking it.
Okay, well never mind then. I don't need to.
I'm glad I didn't give up prestidigitation, because I have used that so freaking much.
Prestidigitation seems pretty useful.
It's really useful as a spell.
It's really nice that they combined a bunch of things, like 3.5 and 4. Like there was minor illusion, and then there was also like ghost sound. Ghost sound. So you had to take them both to be able to make a visual and a sound. They combined it all into the one. I remember because the one time I played a wizard in 4th edition. They were separate. Annoyed.
I mean, What if I take for my cantrips Mage Hand and Blade Ward and then Firebolt for the hell of it? Like I could do that.
Firebolt! Do it. Take it. Take the firebolt.
Someone needs Firebolt.
And I want it to come from little tiny Waverly. That's great.
Sometimes an arrow is the right choice. Sometimes fire is.
And maybe someone will smoke a cigarette and Waverly will offer to light it for them.
Boom.
It will be so cool.
That's more what prestidigitation's for.
I can only make
and
I
make
can
a
only
little
make
flame.
spark. I can only make sparks. I can't.
Yeah, but
actually
you
make a
could.
flame.
Or is a thaumaturgy the one I'm picking? Well, one of them you could like light candles and.
Yes, I can light candles. I can't like create. I can light something on fire. That's a small thing, but I can't just like. Well, maybe it would work on a cigarette.
If you could like light a candle, you could light a
I should be able-
cigarette. You
I
could
should be able to
snap
light-
your fingers with the little flame comes off your thumb and just.
Light someone's pipe.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about her mentality with the prisoner. I think we need to get her away from the prisoner.
I think she's doing just fine.
She's doing a very successful job at this point, but the problem is that while she's not really a tortury person, she feels challenged.
Oh dear.
She kept failing, which is why she keeps escalating. So maybe someone should be like, maybe you should back off because she's a little too good at this because she spent most of her time away being a con man. So she's being a con man right now.
I don't know if
I
you
was
guys
just
like
looking-
need.
I was just looking at the description for prestidigitation. You create a non-magical trinket or illusory image that can fit in your hand and last until the end of your next turn. So you could just like, here's a bribe, and then pass it off, and then leave. Like, very useful.
If you leave very
Illusory.
quickly.
If you leave very quickly, I
Very
guess.
quickly, yes.
So it will have no weight or
So,
physical.
yeah, that's also
leave it
true.
on. Leave it on a table or something. Leave.
Yeah, like pay for your bar tab and then walk out in the next 6 seconds. And
I could definitely see Waverly doing that.
But I was saying, like, if you need a tortury person, Dawn could definitely easily go in that direction.
Waverly is so disappointed in you.
He's always been that way. He's not really changed that much since a kid.
Still!
He's just more confident now. He used to be, like, very quiet and, I guess, introverted. But he's definitely more confident. And, it shows. He stared down a dragon and I still can't believe that worked. It's like, this isn't gonna work. Oh.
But then it did, and it was amazing. I love that you're level 2 scared this. It's probably like a level 20 dragon. It's gotta be. Minimum.
You can actually look it up.
yeah, they said adult, right?
A multiple dragon. Hello.
Oh, 18 hit dice. It's like,
Jeez.
But the challenge rating is 6.
uh-huh. And with 225 hit points,
Did we get rid of like the 25?
I think so.
Well, someone hit it for 16, so we had gotten to 5.
That was Waverly's like amazing bow shot.
Pew! Okay, well, I'm gonna log off and probably go make some dinner or something.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
The railroad keeps on rolling.
Now,
Hold
Kitty,
on.
I am not staying up with you until 2 in the morning tonight.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that
That's
was
what
like an extra like 4 or 5 hours just kicking
I was
around
surprised
last
how much
night.
time went by. Oh my gosh, we were really on a roll.
We spent most of the time talking about our characters and how they related to each other when they were growing up and stuff, and mostly we were just laughing our asses off.
Yeah. I think the sentence that will continue to make me laugh was, many a farm boy were made to question if they were a furry.
And I'm really sad that none of that was recorded because
Oh, it was
It was
such a
all-
good conversation.
it was all gold.
It was all fantastic.
But basically, it boiled down to once Dusk hit puberty, Talace took her aside and they had to explain, honey, you can't hug on people like that now that you have breasts. Because you're making the boys nervous and they're questioning their orientation.
She's oblivious and clues. Well, not anymore, but
Pretty sure Volandra's probably still oblivious to all that, so
We haven't had that conversation yet.
yeah.
That and
it'll be a matter of time.
Dawn being the complete opposite. Just like, what was it? Talace trying to get him to smile at somebody.
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Yes.
Yes, just like the lackadaisy
Yes.
thing.
Less like you're trying to murder someone with an ice pick. And
No,
more
not like that. Not like that. Oh my god, no.
No, stop! Stop! Don't do that anymore.
Live the life of the solitary celibate monk. It's better for us all.
Oh my god.
He has no interest in flirting, but maybe like being nicer to people. She could try, like, just try to smile. Don't glower all the time, and then his smile is horrifying.
Oh my gosh. I feel like growing up, Dusk definitely tried to get him to be more cheery and like personable. And like just imagine them as like kittens and Dusk grabbing his face, like his fluffy cheeks, and trying to get him to smile. It's like, no, these have to go up. Like, that kind of thing.
His eyebrows just keep going down and they glower. Let go of me.
It's like, no, you're doing it wrong. Like, most stubborn older sister. Oh my gosh.
This book can't decide if this spell is called Command Minor Beast or Command Another's Pet. Has one name one place and the other name the actual description.
Alright, I'm gonna probably exit the chat because these things are giving me a headache. Actually, I'm probably gonna stick around, but I'm probably just not gonna be in voice chat, guys. Try not to have too much fun without me.
Okay.
No promises.
Gone.
So sad that wasn't recorded for posterity.
Yep, I was kind of like meh about the I'm still kind of meh about like it only being 2-hour sessions, but we're actually getting a lot done. At
Yeah.
least it feels like
Yeah.
it, as opposed to like round times taking forever.
Yeah, it's been surprisingly quick.
Yeah, it's
not really going quick. I think it's just like everyone role plays. It fills it out. It makes it feel like more is happening.
That's true. To be fair, we are kind of a big group. And then
well, yeah.
I'll slow down a little.
That actually, yeah, that that makes it surprising that we're actually getting much of anything done in 2 hours with how big we are. Probably not taking desecrate.
I know nothing about leveling a monk.
You just look at the chart. Like, are you still logged in?
Yeah.
If you go to the compendium, you can just go for monk or go under where it says classes and pick monk.
Okay.
And it explains all the things. Like, there's the chart.
Okay.
So your unarmored movement kicked in at level 2, so you can now move plus 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So you move 40 feet around instead of 30, and 80 feet if you're dashing, and 160 feet if you're dashing with your cat. You're just insanity. So it's just like if you decide not to move for the round after, you could just be wherever.
I teleport.
Ooh, deflect missiles. That's fun. You could spend a key point to try to lessen the amount of damage you would take from like arrows and daggers and stuff that are being thrown at you. And if you decrease it down to 0, you can catch it and throw it back.
Ooh.
Yes.
Monastic tradition. Like, is there a table for like the
That would be more in the actual manual. I don't think they have them all here. But I think on that website you could actually, the one that I linked in the chat.
Here's the.
See.
I think that's down there. Is
It doesn't
Yeah.
have all the traditions though.
oh okay. Well, it's got a few of them anyway.
Monastic traditions. Way of the
I just
open
gotta scroll down
hand,
a bit.
way of the shadow, way of the 4 elements.
Where is this?
Here. Thank you. Stuff.
Here's that one.
Thank you.
Yes. Scroll all the way down. There are various things because it has the stuff from the other books.
Way of the open hand, way of the shadow, way of the 4 elements.
The Kensai.
There are so many things. I need to
You-
read all of
What?
You pick one.
Way of the drunken master.
them. That sounds funny.
Yes, because she doesn't
Way
seem
of
like
tranquility. Way of the sun soul. Way of the long death. Yeah,
That
there we go.
sounds morbid, but I'm curious.
you're obsessed with the meaning and mechanics of dying.
Okay, maybe not that.
But then
They
her and
they
and Dawn would
capture
have so much
creatures and
in common.
They capture creatures and prepare elaborate experiments to capture, record, and understand the moments of their demise.
That is terrifying.
Right?
If she
She's
just
horrified. She's like, why would anybody want to do that to those poor innocent creatures? Like, no.
Well, and at 3rd level, your study of death allows you to extract vitality from another creature as it nears its demise.
Okay.
So you reduce a creature within 5 feet to 0 hit points, and you gain temporary hit points equal to your wisdom modifier plus your monk level.
Oh my gosh.
hour of reaping.
So you're like absorbing their essence, kind of.
Yeah. like if she went that way, like her and Dawn would have so much more in common.
Not something she
Learn to
Something
channel.
so-
all of the things.
Learn to channel their life energy into searing bolts of light.
So,
Yeah, Sun Soul.
violence as a last resort, that's not for her. So I would train relentlessly with weapons. Drunken Master, it's kind of the Drunken Master, like I don't think you have to actually be drunk. You just kind of it'd be more fun if she actually was.
I mean, the Drunken Master is a thing in a lot of systems, and a bunch of them you actually do have to be drunk.
I'm just reading all the little blurbs.
Yeah.
Open hand is cool because you get quivering palm there. I always like
Mm-hmm.
when you vibrate somebody's insides, they can just die. Or it used to be like you could just sometime in the future, like it was so very open-ended. Like you hit someone with it, and you get to choose when they die, pretty much, unless you turn it off.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
3.5, it's like you just hit it, and then it just said like at some point in the future you could decide when to actually have it go off. And it had a very high chance of murdering whoever it.
I'm already starting to get like confused trying to understand how elemental works, so I'm just like skipping past it.
Too many things.
So many things.
Oh, and don't forget that you have patient defense. Like, if you're caught in a situation where you're surrounded, you could spend a key point to dodge, take the dodge action as a bonus action. So that means it gives everybody trying to hit you disadvantage. So if you end up in a situation kind of like Waverly and you're surrounded, that would be a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, also don't forget your flurry of blows. Spend a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
So theoretically, you could make 4 at a time. I think I'm gonna crash for this evening.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a good night,
Night.
you guys.